Greg, you like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. We've got Hayes, and it's Tomlin in at the 5 spot. Pass to Diawara, just 5 on the clock. Here's Diawara. Lets it go with the 3. They get it back. Here's Hukporti. No good off the front iron. Here's Travers. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. From outside the arc, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Now here's Hayes. His last outing, 16 points for him. There's the pick. Livingston looking for the opening. Pass to Travers. Here's Hayes. No good with the triple. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Diawara. Here's Diawara. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Diawara's shot is off. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now Hayes. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Down low. Releases. Tomlin misses. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Diawara. Here's Diawara. 11 points last game. Pulls up on the wing. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And here's Cleveland, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
Here's Diawara. After Cleveland got the 3-pointer. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Timberwolves at Target Center. Pass to Tomlin. Now here's Hayes. That 3 off the mark. Williams looking over the floor. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. To the middle. It's tipped. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Over to the wing. Here's Tomlin. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And on top of that, he made a massive impact with his rebounding.
And here are the Knicks now, following the score by Cleveland. Inside. Here's Roby. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing out possession should make this a much more contested game.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Awoma. He has yet to score.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
puts up a deep three. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Cleveland leads by only 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
We've got Diallo, and it's Owoma in at small forward. And for Cleveland, we've got Hayes, and it's Travers in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Owoma, and it's all evened up.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Hayes. Puts up a deep 3. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Outside Williams. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Hayes. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Travers. Here's Tomlin. He's guarded by Diawara. Tomlin misses.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
To the paint. And he drops it in from the low post. Roby's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Hayes. Scoreless thus far.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Owoma. And there's the drive. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To end the cold streak. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Pass to Owoma.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
When you look at the recent big threes in the NBA, RJ, it seems like they failed more than they've succeeded.
That's because some teams just acquire stars without considering how their games will complement each other, often forcing guys into a role that they're not suited for.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Cleveland shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
.143 left in the first half of the game. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%, and the shot goes in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Tomlin. He has 7. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Tomlin's got 9.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
1:05 left in the second quarter. Here's Diawara, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game, and that one drops. He has 6. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Some nice passing by Cleveland here to the inside, and he dunks it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And that one misses. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now here's Hayes. Not a lot of room. A steal. Here's Dadier. He gets that one.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
And the way this thing is going, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the last few possessions.
You know what Shaquille O'Neal always says, Ernie, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
What are you even talking about, Shaq?
Ernie switches seats with me. I need to get closer to Kenny. What you say, Kenny?
I definitely do not want to be in the middle of this.
Well, they've worked the ball inside at every turn. This is your type of game, Shaq.
Yeah, the closer to the cup, the better. What's my proof? Cuatro rings.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so here's Cleveland. They trail by 1. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. Matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Inside. Pass to Travers. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Livingston no luck. And for Cleveland, we've got Hayes. And it's Tomlin in at the center. Here's Diawara. Misses the 3. And for the Knicks. And here's Hayes. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Pass to Hukporti. Here's Dadier. 5 3-pointers off the mark. To the paint. Here's Hayes. And the call on the shot and sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line.
He got the big one to tie it up, but really wanted to put them in front.
Pass to Hukporti. Fires it up. And it falls over the rim and in. 10 points for him.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Now Livingston. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Travers. Down low. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Knicks. Gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Diawara. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team foul.
The Knicks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
First free throw is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Second free throw, no good. Cleveland trails by 3. Pass to Hayes. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Tomlin. Out left to the wing. Now Livingston. The tray. Bangs home the trifecta. Livingston's got his first 3 points of the game.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Pass to Diawara. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. He gets it in there. And the Knicks lead by 2. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Hayes kicks to Livingston. Here's Tomlin. And it's blocked. With the step back. And the foul called on Killian Hayes. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution for your Knicks. Roby. A woman.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Awoma. 6 to shoot. And that one, good. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
He took it right to the rack, and look, there's no one that can stop him.
1:12 left here in the third quarter. Now Livingston out to the wing. Pass to Travers. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Misses from the corner. The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Awoma. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Lets the 3 fly. And it's rebounded by Cleveland. Hayes with it. Comes up empty down low.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying. And he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for him.
Pass to Awoma. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And here's Hayes. Pass to Tomlin. They could use a bucket, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Knicks up by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Hayes. And it's Tomlin in at the center, locking down the middle.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Inside, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Diawara to the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Pass to Travers. Now Livingston. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston. And then on Monday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
The first free throw is good. The Knicks making a switch here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Knicks leading by 3. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Pass to Diawara. No good from 3. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Tomlin. Here's the screen. To tie it up. And it misses.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
that is a big-time jam.
I love that dish down low.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The shot is off. The Knicks leading by 5. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Take the 3. The putback. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Spins. Now here's Hayes. Takes the shot. And the excellent defensive pressure does the job. Oh, the touch. Pretty reversal.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Puts it right back up and in. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach telling the team, we're right in this. We have to keep fighting. If we can get consecutive stops, we've got a shot. We'll see if they can come back, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .24 seconds left in the game. Tosses it up. And the defense successful, forcing him into a tough one.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
So it's the Knicks with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. Now it's time for our player of the game.